tracks today.
Yeah. I need them bands, run it up fast, stuffing them shits in the safe. Got me a spot out the way, nigga just trying to be safe. Leaving that house with a glizzy, nigga.
Let's get to the sports talk.
A segment about Russell Westbrook possibly going to Miami, right? Zach says that's the team that wants him, that's going to try to make something happen. How do you think those two would fit together, and would they then be a contender in the East?
They would be a contender. I don't know. We'll have to see, obviously if he goes there, some other players got to leave. But the tenacity of those two guys, the heart, will, and effort of those two guys, Jimmy and Russ, being able to play, I just feel like they're going to have it.
Yeah, them two got to work tenacity to them. That's why it fit if he go to Miami. That'd be the best fit for him to go. It's a good team. Him and Jimmy Butler be a good duo to go. That's the best destination he should go to. Hopefully it's the Thunder trade him to Miami. Everybody want him to go to New York. Nah, he need to go to Miami. He fit right there with him. He just need to get Oklahoma. That era is over. He been there 11 years. It's over. Like, they want to rebuild. Like, he 30. He don't want to go through that. He already been in rebuild mode already. He don't want to go through that again. Like, he's not young no more. Like, he's still in his young 30s, but he just like it's time for him to move on. Like, the Thunder, they just make their decision and just move him on. Like,
chance every single night, but you gotta have depth. You really do. I mean, Jimmy's not a guy that needs the ball every single play for 24 seconds. So I think he and Russell could possibly coexist. But when you have another goon beside you, you feel good going in there at night.
I mean, yes, in the Eastern Conference they'll be a contender.
Right.
But think about this: Russ has played with KD, Harden, played with Paul George. I'm not taking anything from Jimmy Butler, but he's not as talented as those guys. But you are in the East, and because you're in the Eastern Conference, you have a chance.
What would have to happen for a Heat trade to work?
Well, they're hard cap now, so they have to match the money almost exactly. I think Russ is around 39 this year, so you got to find 39, and they have the salaries for it. They got a lot of big, not great contracts. It's not that hard. I do not think they would be a contender in the East with Russ and Jimmy. I think they're a clear tier below. I don't like how they mesh, and to your point, like the KD and Paul George versus Jimmy, there's just a downgrade in shooting. Like, there's just not enough shooting with Russ and Jimmy. So I think they'd be a tough out every night.
The Eastern Conference.
Not a contender. I don't think they can win the East.
Yeah, but like after say an injury here or there to Milwaukee, then I think the door is wide open.
That's certainly what we saw in the West this year, an injury here or there.
I get it, Jimmy Butler is not a shooter like Paul George and Kevin Durant. But he could play. He's a playmaker, just like Russ. Like, I think it could work. I think it could contend in the East. I don't think nobody believe in that, but I think they can if he go there. Don't wrong, he's not KD in them, but if they say a downgrade, like, you can't play Jimmy Butler like that. Jimmy Butler's a good player. Like, they both work hard, so that'd be a good fit.
Everything changes. You mentioned the salaries of Russell Westbrook. That's obviously a big part of wherever he might end up. He is supposed to, the year he turns 34, I want you guys to brace yourself on this side of the table. I'm sorry, I have to say this number to two former players who don't draw this salary anymore. $47.1 million for the 1 year that he is 34 years old. So what is the complication for Oklahoma City as they try to find somebody who's going to want to take that contract on?
Finding someone who's going to want to take the contract on. I mean, seriously, there just aren't. That's a huge amount of money for a guy who's already trending the wrong way and has not developed a jump shot. You know, you guys both know when you start to lose the athleticism, the jump shot is what saves you. I'm not sure he has it. And a lot of the teams that need point guards or that have a hole at the position are so young that it doesn't make sense for them to get a 30, 31, whatever he is year old player. Like, it's going to be hard for them to find a match, I think.
Do you think that he's trending the wrong way?
No, I still think that
He's not trending the wrong way. Now, he's still the same Russell Westbrook. Yeah, he ain't developed a shot. But he been averaging triple doubles without a jump shot. He can shoot a little bit. He's not training the wrong way. Yeah, Thunder gonna have a hard time trying to find how to match that. Who could take on his contract they gave him. See who could get that contract so they could get him over there.
Russell has a good future in the league. I mean, averaging a triple-double, I think the only issue that I ever have with Russell is he just has one gear, you know, and there's sometimes during the game, particularly at the end, that he needs to take it down a notch, let the game slow down and make the proper plays. But his greatest strength is also his greatest weakness, you know, so you have to deal with that.
Yeah, that's true. Like, he just on go. If he learn how to take a little bit of a backseat, play like a point guard, and distribute the basketball, it help him more. But he's still in that one gear. That's sometimes be his downfall, and he just get the shooting of anything. Hey, that's the one thing he has to change, though.
You have great players.
Well, we'll see if he ends up moving. Already so far, less than just a little bit under $4 billion in new contracts given out this week. We've also had a third of the top players in the league. So if you take everyone who is on All-NBA, a third of those players have changed teams. 5 of the 10 All-Star starters from February have switched teams. Kawhi, Paul George, Durant, Kyrie, Kemba, and that doesn't even count AD, who is reserved. So what do you guys think of all of this player movement? We had Vince on earlier, and he was like, this is a lot different from when I came in the league. As you've seen things trend, is it good, bad for the NBA?
I think it's great because the one thing, the NBA is the only sport that one player can change the fate of a franchise. Now, in other sports, you need multiple players, football, baseball. We saw Kawhi, the one player, change the whole fate of a franchise, and that's the beauty about basketball. So I love it because you get a team that goes from nothing to something overnight.
Man, like, Kawhi went straight to Toronto and won a championship. He changed that franchise lives right there. It's gonna look different without him being up there with them. I don't know, Toronto, they can still be good, but they're not gonna be the same team for last year. Like, that is right. Like, the NBA, one player could change a franchise overnight. Like, other sports, you need a group of guys to change the franchise. Like, so the NBA is different from other sports.
In just 1 year.
I think it's great too, Rachel. You know, the big thing for me this season, I'm so excited, is we don't know who's going to win.
Yep.
This is the first time in a long time where it's not like, all right, man, just get a Warriors a chip. Just let them push all the down. We don't know.
Be in the finals for the next
we don't know.
years.
You know, so I'm just really excited about the parity that has become in the league this summer.
Just from a pure business standpoint, it's clearly good for the league. Everybody loves the player movement. It's people obsess over it, and I do think teams don't lock themselves in prison for too long anymore. And I think it's good for star players because they're the most important people in the league, period. And if they're stuck on a dysfunctional team, they've learned, hey, my contract's only got 2 years left. Like, I'm going to flex my power and get out of here and get somewhere else that makes more sense to me. Now, I do think keeping teams together that work is one of the unique things about basketball. When you play with someone 4 and 5 years, you can close your eyes and see how they move. Like,
when you play with a team that's dysfunctional, like, play it out or just leave because people want to win. Like, don't wrong, you could continue to want to be loyal, but a while you gonna want to win. Like, you work too hard not to have a championship on your finger. So, do what's best for you.
I do worry that maybe we're losing a little bit of that because that's special, right? That's a feeling you want.
Well, it is, and that's the reason why I think Denver's going to be a really good team this year. You know, you have those good young pieces, you start to lock them up, and you keep the ancillary pieces around them too, just so you can grow together. And you go through a Game 7 loss like they did in Portland, you learn something about yourself and your team there. And you don't just start saying, okay, I like that guy better, and just start picking people up.
Yeah, Denver going to have another great year because they all got they playoff experience, except Paul Millsap. He already been in the playoff a lot. So everybody that's around him now, they know the experience, and they're going to be ready for next year.
Keep those guys together a little bit. See what happens.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube.